What can you say about this group's ability to rise to these occasions?
Yeah, it's amazing. We're a resilient group in there. We've said it all year. Backs against the wall 5 times now, and we've come through all 5. So definitely want to keep this momentum going into the next round. We do have bigger goals. Obviously, it's a huge accomplishment for our team. But we just want to carry it into the next round here.
At what point can you sense that it's heading in that direction in the game?
I don't know if you ever want to, be too comfortable. Obviously, they have a lot of firepower on that team. Obviously, getting the first and the second was big, and I think once it's 2-0, you want to get that next one. And Stromer burying that third one was huge. Then it kind of went back and forth in the third. But you never want to sit back and crazy things have happened in these types of games. So, but yeah, we obviously felt comfortable when we got that multi-goal lead.
Adam, I think there were 12 of you guys who had at least 1 point tonight. 4 of you had 2. When you think of a team effort, a team win, is this like the blueprint of it?
Definitely. These past 2 games, it seems like everyone's stepped up and came through, and I think we've said it. That's what we're going to need. It can't just be 1 or 2 guys relying on that, because when that's not working, you're not going to be in a good spot. So yeah, everyone seemed to step up. From the forwards to the D, and Shesty played his usual self, but. I think it was great that everyone was able to contribute, and obviously what we needed.
Adam, what do you think about, it was a loud building, but the fan support in this building, Rangers?
Yeah, I said something to Lindy right after warm-ups. Noticed, seems like more blue shirt fans than the past few games here, and obviously when you get that support, it's huge. And anytime you could kind of quiet the road crowd, we got 2 there early, and it helped us, quiet them down. They obviously, when they get loud, when they get momentum, it's, it seems to swing the game. But we did a good job of managing that and not really letting them get too into it.
Adam, when you scored that first power play goal, do you think that's the thing where you got the momentum and shifted and turned things in your direction?
Definitely. I think whenever you get the first goal, especially on the road, it helps. Like I said, this crowd, when they get into it, they kind of feed off that, and. I think it was even more important to follow that up with a second one pretty soon thereafter. But, whenever you could get the first goal, it obviously helps.
Adam, you guys have talked about the belief in the room all season long. How has it gotten to be as strong as it is at this point, and how much of that has affected what you guys have been able to do on this run here?
Yeah, I think it starts with the leadership, the guys at the start of the year bringing everyone together. I don't know if every team does a team bonding trip at the start of the year, but we did that. It seemed like everyone got pretty close, and it's a tight-knit group in there. I think everyone from the outside can kind of see that as well. And when you're in these games where your season's on the line, I think that plays a little bit of a factor. We don't want our season to end, and guys care about each other, so it's a big part of our team.
Adam, your first real playoff experience, I guess, was a couple years ago in the bubble against these guys. So how'd you guys make up the difference between that series and this series? What's so much better about you guys?
I think first and foremost, we're a way different team. Obviously we have a lot of guys who played in that, but it's hard for us to really sit back and say that series was what it was. I mean, it was after a long break, but I think it kind of gave us an idea of the intensity of playoffs. I think that's one big thing, but for the most part, I mean, we didn't think about that at all coming into the series. We're a different team. A lot of guys have grown a lot since then, and we just wanted to come out and play hard, and we were able to do that and come away with the series. So it was obviously good for us.
When Ryan went out of the game, what were you thinking at that point? Did you think that he could come back?
I was pretty sure he'd come back. You never know with something like that. I thought it was from behind there, but. Ref didn't see it, but I definitely didn't doubt he was going to come back. But he brings a spark for us, and I think when he came back, it kind of did too.
Adam, what about Trouba's physicality in this series?
It's huge. It seems like he could turn the tide for us when we need it. You saw it last series, you see it this series. And it's not obviously there's maybe 1 or 2 big ones that everyone kind of sees, but there's many more that just wear teams down and wear guys down. I don't think anyone likes to get hit, especially by someone like him. So, it definitely just takes a toll on teams. It's not something that, is going to come up on every box score or something people really take note of, but obviously it wears teams down and sometimes gives us a big boost.
Adam, you mentioned just Shurkin before. I was wondering how excited you are to see Vasilevsky versus Igor battle in the next round.
Two of the top goalies. Obviously, Vasilevsky has his track record speak for itself, but I think Shesty's kind of does too. What he's done this year has been insanely impressive. So definitely two good goalies, coming together, and I have a lot of faith in Shesty.
I guess this is over.
Let Adam go now.
You can stay.
Good?
No, you stay.
I'll stay for you. Moral support.
Chris, this was a night where you guys needed your big guys, obviously, to step up to Game 7. And not only did you guys step up, but you had 12 guys on the score sheet and I get at least 1 point. When you think of team wins, is this sort of like the blueprint of that?
Yeah, I think that's how you win in the playoffs. Team game, need 20 guys pulling in the right direction, and we had that tonight.
Chris, you seem pretty frustrated with how you played after Game 5. What changed tonight, or maybe just the last two, for you?
I think we had some pretty good battles here the first 3 games, so there were definitely some things that we thought we did pretty well, and thought we had opportunities to win games, but needed to raise our game that much more. Obviously, having a good start certainly helped, and I think special teams came through for us tonight in a pretty big spot, and obviously our goaltender is once again our best player.
For you personally, though, was there anything that was different?
Puck went in when I shot it. I don't know, I just think that rising tide lifts all ships. I thought we played well as a team. Like I said, 12 separate guys on the score sheet. So.
Chris, what did you think of the support you got from the Rangers fans in this building today?
Yeah, that was terrific. Right from the start of warm-ups, it was a sea of blue. We've always been lucky to travel well and have incredible fan support wherever we go, but tonight that was pretty inspiring.
Chris, you guys have talked about the belief in the room all season long. How has it been able to get to this point, and how much of it has played into an effect of what you've done on this run so far?
I think it's everything. Guys love playing with this group. It's a really tight-knit group. You see everyone trying to do the little things to help us win hockey games because we want to keep playing.
Hey, Chris.
Hey.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you.
Yeah, you too. How
Feel free to
quickly?
jump in.
They say Chris before, so I answered.
How quickly do you need to turn it around, start thinking about the Lightning, looking forward to that, and how do you like your chances, especially with the way Igor is playing?
Yeah, tomorrow morning, we'll start our preparation. We'll go from there. So it's a quick turnaround, and they obviously pose an entirely different challenge. So we'll go over the film and look at things that we need to focus on and do, and go from there.
Chris, when you guys can get your power play going early in the game, you get one early and it works, whether it scores or not, whether it's just what does that do for your 5-on-5 game for the rest of the game? And tonight, obviously, you get one, then you get another one. Obviously, it played a huge role, but just to get a power play early, does that get you guys into the game more?
Yeah, I heard Chris, but yeah, for sure. You could see the other games that we didn't get going early and even gave up shorthanded goals. You could see it changes momentum, and our power plays come through for us all year. These type of games you want it to, and it did today. So yeah, I think you obviously want to build momentum even when you don't score. We've said that, but when you can score, it's even better.
Chris, you've been saying that all the players were playing well. Are you impressed with the way the kid lines were playing also?
Yeah, our young guys have been terrific. They raise their level every single game. Phil, Laugh, Capo. Key's been a beast too. Told him tonight that really happy that I could play with him and not against him because he'd be a nightmare to play against. But yeah, and you see how much fun they have winning these hockey games and how badly they want to win. And they've bought in as much as anyone, trying to get pucks out, pucks in, blocking shots, trying to do the right things. So yeah, it's up and down the lineup, but those guys have been awesome.
Chris, seeing the way that those young guys, or even guys like Adam, who haven't really been on this stage before,
guys too. Sorry.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, just seeing
Young
the way
fans.
that they rise to these occasions, like, what do you feel like you've learned about this group through these experiences?
Yeah, I don't think there's any passengers. I don't think the moment's too big for any of these young guys. I think every single one of them, I mean, they're here for a reason, and I don't know, they're really good people, but they were brought in because they're winners. And for as good as they are at the game of hockey, they want to win. They've won at every level they've been at, and they've certainly brought that with them. Yeah, I can't speak enough about how awesome they've been. So.
Does this feel similar, or is it even a little bit different from 2015 and 2014, those runs?
Different, because all of a sudden I'm the old guy. But yeah, I mean, there's obviously some similarities. I think back then they kind of referred to us as cockroaches. We just didn't go away, and that's always been I guess, kind of ingrained in the culture of every good team I've been on here. We don't go away, regardless of the score, regardless of where our game's at. We just keep on trying to find our game, keep working, playing for each other. So.
Chris, do you ever think about the letter 4 years ago and what it said to the fans and how long, how far you guys have come since that letter?
No, I don't.
No?
No, especially not after a Game 7 win. Think about that win.
Chris, can you talk about Trouba's physicality in the series and what it meant?
Yeah, I mean, he's just so consistent. Been our most consistent player, I think, all year in terms of how hard he plays, getting to his game, establishing that physical tone, working hard down low in the D zone. I think you could obviously speak to that a little more, how he kind of calms down the back end. And obviously we've got a young back end, but he's been terrific with everyone in the room, one-on-one, and obviously on the ice too. So yeah, it's another guy that I'm really happy that I play with and not against.
Yeah, do you think this Game 7 was a little easier on your family than the Pittsburgh game?
No, I think I'm sure for any parent the stress level's pretty high. I'm sure when I went to OT it was a little more stressful, but yeah, I mean my dad said he can't even enjoy watching, too nervous. So, but it's definitely exciting for them too.